What's up? What's up, you guys? We are live. We're actually live. This is actually Saturday night's live stream, but it's gonna be going up on Sunday morning because it's now 1:50. I lost track of time. Um, I wanted to make sure I got a live stream up though, so I'm gonna do a short live stream. Yeah. There was a few things I said I wanted to talk about. Wanted to tell y'all something funny that I really do think is funny. Um, yeah, somebody couldn't handle the truth. Go figure. Um, let me do some quick checking. What's going on? What's going on? For some reason, my computer decided to freeze up. I don't know why. Guess I may have to do it later on. Oh well. So my Google Chrome is not responding. What the hell? So, as I was telling y'all, that I emailed the ex-vice president of AWS. Pretty much laid it out. Laid the truth out. I put my feelings into it. How I felt about how we was treated and all that. On the 1 year anniversary of the day I got tossed out to the curb. I was looking today. I've been waiting for a response. Pretty much figured I wouldn't get a response, but I've been waiting. And I looked today to see if she read it. And come to find out, she blocked me. Now, what's funny is pretty much by her blocking me is when I was pretty much saying nothing but the truth. That's pretty much her way of saying she can't handle the truth. The ex-vice president of AWS couldn't handle the truth. Now maybe she's feeling guilty about what she let happen. I don't know. But she couldn't handle the truth, and she pretty much said that by blocking me when I messaged her about some concerns that I have about stuff going on now, like dogs being constantly returned because it wasn't the right fit, and just little odds and ends. And I mean, I'm now part of the public. I'm no longer a part of AWS. So if you want to think about it, AWS is a public fund facility. they're funded by the public, off of donations. Um, so if you want to think about it, and of course, I didn't even think about this till just now. Part of my purchases from when I purchased slip leashes for the shelter, I actually didn't intend for 3 of them to become donated to the shelter, but I didn't pay that much for them, so it doesn't really bother me that much. They were my property, and pretty much the treasurer of AWS, the day they kicked me to the curb, pretty much told me that I didn't have nothing back in the back. And of course, yeah, I did. My slip leashes were back there. Now, granted, if I wanted to, I could have brought the receipts in and had the law enforcement. I could have brought the receipts in and went in there and took them back myself, because I had proof of where I purchased them and all. But I didn't feel that was necessary. But yeah, she pretty much, the day they kicked me to the curb, I told her, I said, well, I've got my leashes back there. It's mine. And she pretty much told me, no, you don't. No, you don't. And I told her, I said, yeah, I do. They're mine. She goes, no, you don't. So therefore, she wouldn't let me go back to get my damn leashes. Which technically is illegal. I mean, they're my property and you kept me from getting my property. You do realize that's illegal. You would hope the treasurer of AWS would know that, but apparently not. But anyways, when I purchased those slip leashes, I used AmazonSmile.com. And on my AmazonSmile.com, I have it set to where it donates my total to AWS. So they donate a percentage of what I paid to AWS. So, guess what? I donated. I didn't even think about that till now. But yeah. Guess what? My money funded your shelter. And y'all treated me like shit. Shame us people who donated can't request our money back. But we can't do that. Lucky y'all. Lucky. But anyways, luckily the slip leashes I bought, I think 2 or 3 of the best ones that I bought, because I think I bought like 4 or 5. Maybe it might have. Yeah, I think it was like 5. I kept 3 of them for myself. From the get-go, I said, no, they're not going in. I'm keeping 1 on me, and my other 2 will stay in the car. And then I had 2 that I was going to have at the shelter, because at the time the manager wanted us all to have slip leashes because they were easier to use, to slip them over the dog's neck, and it was faster and easier. And at the time I was being generous and nice, and I went out and bought slip leashes to keep in the kennel. I had small dog slip leashes too, I think. I think they ended up going in small dog room. I'm not positive. I think at the time they was in the kennels. But anyways. So I bought extra slip leashes. I wanted to have my own slip leash. I mean, and I figured, well, I want us all to be able to have a slip leash, and I want a slip leash to be there in case anybody else needs to use it. So that's what I did. And granted, I didn't pay that much for them. I think the most I paid was like $3.99 for one of them. Or maybe it was $3.99 for like 3. It wasn't that very much. I mean, they came from China, believe it or not. That was where the seller was. I think I had to. But the best ones came from the U.S. They are the ones I have with me right now. Well, they're actually downstairs in the living room. But they were mine, and they didn't go out of my car unless I was getting them. They didn't stay at the shelter. They were the best ones. And I had made my mind up that I was going to be the only one using either me or people who I trusted was the only ones going to be using those slip leashes that were the best ones. I mean, they were all of them was good, but the best ones I used for myself for the dogs. Which I used Wednesday, Thursday. Anytime I was switching the dogs out or getting the dog out of the kennel or something, I would use I was using my slip leashes or one of the co-workers' slip leashes. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get slip leashes for all of us, was because I was having to use one of the co-workers' slip leashes, and I mean, she uses hers she needed hers for at home also, so she was having to bring them back and forth and all. And that was kind of a hassle for her. I mean, she didn't mind it, but I think she was talking about getting new ones, but I don't remember if that's exactly what she said. But anyways, back to the subject. It's actually easier to control the dog with the slip leash. It's nothing like a noose. Don't worry. I don't use slip leash unless I have to on my dog. My dog's a little dog. She's very well trained and all. I actually trained her myself. That was actually one of the things I was working with the dogs at the shelter, but oh well. But my dog was like 1 year old when she wasn't very old when we got her. She was no older than I think 2 when we got her. Um and I won't use a slip leash unless I have to. I mean, for little dogs, it's not, unless the dog has a big neck, it's not the best ideal. Um, it's easier if you can trust the dog and all. It's easier just to do a regular leash. Um, but yeah. Um, You know. Anyways, so yeah, she the ex-vice president, who oddly I don't have clues why she's not the vice president anymore, or the well, I don't have clues why the president's not the president anymore. Um, I have an idea, but we won't go there. Um, I'll tell you something that's very odd. And I always thought it was odd. Um, Back when I first started, I was talking to one of the. I was talking to one of the other volunteers, and I was talking to her about Facebook and how the board member was friends with all the staff. And right off the bat, I thought, well, that don't sound right. Because usually an employer, they don't want you to be friends with them on Facebook. Most of the time, an employer, if you send them a friend request, they won't accept it. For the main reason they don't. That's not very. What's the word? Very official, maybe. I can't think of the word. I just had it in my head too. But it's not. It's not very right. But on their purpose, they was friends with the staff. I mean, they was friends with staff members and most of the volunteers they were friends with. And from the get-go, I didn't become friends with anyone from the shelter until almost a year after I had left. It was like 4 or 5 months, and then I finally decided it was time that I reconnect with the people that I trusted, that I was friends with at the shelter. There's 3 people that I'm friends with on Facebook, and they're like family to me. And that's one reason why they are friends with me on Facebook. You know, but the whole time I was at the shelter, I was friends with nobody on Facebook with them from the shelter. And there's a reason for that, because it's not that I didn't trust them, but I didn't want to. It didn't make sense to me. I didn't want to mix the two. I didn't find. And I don't find anytime I'm working at a place, I don't usually accept friend requests or any of that, because I don't find that right. And most of the time it's just asking for trouble. In that case, I never became friends with any of the board members on Facebook. For the main reason, my Facebook is my business. It's none of the board's business on what I post on Facebook. And it wasn't any of the. It wasn't some of the people that was at the shelter's business. For instance, the shelter is still stalking my Instagram. Yes, I do follow AWS on Instagram, but I once in a while like the pictures. And I mean, I wouldn't care. I really don't care that they're following me on Instagram or that they're stalking my Facebook, my Instagram. My Facebook is set to where only friends can see stuff that I post now. On my YouTube, my fan page on Facebook, yes, the public can see it, but you know what? I have a right. Um, Freedom of speech. Um, I know what's allowed and what's not. Um, and you know, it all goes back to the other day when a vehicle exactly like the president's vehicle, or the ex-president of AWS, who I did say his name in the video the other day, Bill Dunn. Vehicle exactly like his. I haven't had a chance to look through the pictures on Facebook to see what his license plate number was. To verify that it was him. I do know that it looked a lot like him. And the person in the passenger seat looked a lot like his wife. And the vehicle was identical to his. So, yeah. Um, if it was him, he's taking things to another level. And let's see. That's kind of funny. Let's see. I'm actually pulling up a picture right now that I've got pretty much clear. Almost clear footage. Hey, what's this? I mean, it's M8. I might have to go back and check that tag number. I don't know if that's it or not. But yeah, I'd hate to think that it was him. I mean, if it was him, it's pretty sad that somebody like him can fall that low. But you can't take something and but yeah.
Where are they now? Both listed in solitary. The pattern holds. They could be getting ready for another heist. Do we have enough evidence to go to the authorities? No. Nobody believes it. We gotta catch them out, pal. Alright. Keep the place under surveillance. There is a vehicle being locked down, Michael. Give me down. Let's move.
Okay.
So far, the isolate.
Huh. But yeah. You can't really make somebody do something that they don't want to, but like I said, I've got tag plate number from license plate number from whoever the hell ran me off the road, but like I said, the vehicle did look exactly like his. Two people in the front looked identical to him and his wife, but I've got to check tag plate numbers. I will be taking it over to the sheriff's office if it was him, after I verify it. Like I said, I'm not going to take crap off anybody. If they want to take it to the personal level, then so be it. I'm not going to be bullied by people who have no right being in charge of a shelter. And I'm taking a stand. And I hope to God I don't have to go to that level, but that day there was no reason for that whoever the hell it wasn't no reason for them to not let the vehicle over. You'd rather run them off the road? Um, you know, it's like they had no care in the world, but oh well. Um, you know, it's a lot easier for most people to move on, but me, it's very hard. Um, and to me, I have a what's the word? Not a promise, but I just know I've got animals counting on me. Animals who are not with us anymore that should have lived. Um, and I know they're counting on me to put a stop to what they're doing over there. Um, but yeah, when you got people who can't handle the truth and would rather block you from messaging them just so they don't have to hear the truth. Guess what? I'm making videos, people. I'm putting this shit on YouTube. So either you accept the truth or the truth's gonna bite you in the butt. One way or another. The truth is being known. And y'all don't like it because of the truth is being known. That place was being ran on. It's now being ran with nothing but lies. By people that don't care. If you ask me, I have to wonder where's the money going? Because I myself saw the budget. I've even gone online, public access. You can view the budget. You can view the bills. Numbers don't add up. They don't add up. The money coming in is more than what they're putting out, but yet they claim they don't have no money. Which could only mean somebody is smuggling money out of the account. And if you ask me, I truly believe somebody is. I believe I know who the person is. Same person who pretty much took the lead and kicked me to the curb, but for legal says, I'm not going to say her name because I'm not going to be accused of slander when I'm not slandering anyone. And I know they will try to accuse me of that. It's, like I said, it's my opinion on it, but you know, if anyone had access to do that, it'd be her. And it's just kind of strange how the person that's now running the place knows who has access to that money, and she was taking the money to her. So I really wonder if that's not why they won't fire her. It's because she knows what's going on, and she's covering for them as long as they give her whatever she wants. But you know, next week I've got to go through some tests. Like I said, I got to get some kind of income in here. I'm not proud of it, but I don't know what else to do. Like I said, AWS ruined my life and they took everything from me for no reason. But it's almost 2:30. I gotta get in bed, you guys. I will try to wake up early to do a video for you. I'm not making no promises because it is pretty much 2:30. But I will have a video up somehow. It may be 3 o'clock when I get the video up. It may be up early in the morning. One way or another, there will be a video up. I promise you guys that. But yeah, until next video, I'll catch you later. See ya.